Hey there, Natalie. It's good to see that you're healthy and you're back making videos again. Though, since you've been back, I have had one question. I kind of figured you'd cover it in one of your first few videos, but since you haven't, I figured I'm going to go ahead and make a video response and ask my question. And that question is, what's the deal with the new room? Or not really the new room, but the change to the look of the room. It's fine, the room is fine, but I must admit it's a bit disconcerting. It's as if Happy Days went on hiatus for a couple of months, and then Happy Days came back, and when it came back, the Fonz had a different colored leather jacket. You know, it's just a little bit strange, it's a little bit weird, and yes, I did just compare you to the Fonz, and I guess I compared your room to the Fonz's leather jacket. But you should take that as a big compliment, because when I was a little kid, there was no higher ideal than the Fonz. I worshipped the Fonz. And, you know, in a way I kind of feel, you know, the analogy I would make is that what Fonzie was to me in the 70s, you are to YouTube. You're kind of like the Fonz of YouTube, in my opinion. And I just hope if you're the Fonz of YouTube, though, that doesn't mean that, you know, you wind up, you know, making crappy Adam Sandler movies in 20 years like The Waterboy. And I hope, you know, in 20 years there's not some popular website / catchphrase that references the moment when your videos started to go downhill. I hope that doesn't happen. But as the Fonzie of YouTube, there are some benefits. I mean, first of all, you know, you could change the opening to your videos. I mean, you don't have to. I love the high. It's a good, you know, it's a good trademark of yours. But as Fonzie, you can reserve the right to occasionally open your videos with a good old Yes, that's my Fonzie A. Not too hot, but as I said, I worship the ground that Fonzie walked on. Now, before I sign off, I just wanted to say something in reference to all the nasty, perverted, hateful comments that have been made in your latest video. And I wanted to start by talking about what's really great about YouTube. And what's great about YouTube, and the reason why I think it's a great thing, is that people can interact with each other. I mean, the interaction is really what makes YouTube great. I mean, to go back to the Fonzie analogy, I mean, back when I was a kid in the 70s, if I wanted to send Fonzie a fan letter, you know, there wasn't a great chance I was going to get a quick response from Henry Winkler. I mean, I'm sure he was a nice fella, but, you know, probably got millions of letters. It probably wasn't going to happen. But, you know, someone like you, you know, I can send you a video response, and, you know, more often than not, you get a response back. I mean, the first, you know, video I sent to you was 10 minutes long, and within less than a day, you responded back to it, actually referencing the end of the video. So you actually took the time to watch one of your subscribers' videos to the end. And I know that's nothing special. You must do that for just about everybody, which is amazing considering how many subscribers you have. And I mean, that's one of the reasons, aside from your talent, that you're so popular in YouTube. It's that I think you really get the whole interaction thing. You interact with your subscribers, you know, and it's a good, positive thing for everyone. And I'm sure your subscribers love it, and I'm sure you get a lot of gratification out of it. It's a good, positive thing. Now, it's a good thing, and unfortunately, you've got, you know, a tremendous amount of subscribers, and you don't have, of course, you don't have all the time in the world to interact with everybody. So you have only a limited amount of time you can do this positive sort of interaction. And it's a shame that when people make these awful comments, you know, you feel compelled to, you know, shoot back at them, and that takes time away from more positive interaction, which I'm sure you'd enjoy more. And so that's all I'm really saying, is that, you know, no one's going to think less of you if you just ignore these guys. I mean, obviously you feel, you know, as anyone would feel, once you get attacked, you want to hit back, which is fine. But I'm sure you know, though, that you've got, you know, 50,000 or so subscribers that got your back. You know, we got your back, and if you want us to, we'll shout down those guys. You just look at those negative comments, you're always going to see all those red thumbs down. I mean, you know, like, no one takes those people seriously. They should get the attention that's due to them, which is zero attention. I mean, and really, you know, and it's always the same when they say this crappy stuff. I mean, really, what you should do would be entertaining is if you just made one stock video to respond to all of them. Just spend 5 or 10 minutes just cursing up a blue streak, going right after them, And that's like the stock answer to all these guys, you know, and you just point people to that whenever they annoy you. Any case, thanks for watching. Everyone who's watching here, I'll see you next time.